Well, to discuss whether we can still afford the monarchy, we've been joined by the writer, broadcaster and Republican Yasmin Alibhai-Brown. Welcome to the programme. So, I mean, what is your main reason? Is it just a cost thing to get rid of the monarchy?
No, it's not just the cost. The cost is very much part of it, and since we're all now being told that we all have to give up, and they've been good at that. I have to say that considering, you know, how profligate they tend to be. They have, you know, they've got their Tupperware boxes. We know all about their cornflakes in Tupperware. It's good. It's
times
good.
are hard.
You know, times are hard, and they're doing a very good rebranding job, but that's not the point. The point is, this is such a kind of travesty, really, of democracy. It's a dependency. It's a combination of deference and prurience. And for a modern democracy, the fact that a dysfunctional family is born into a certain bloodline, and therefore I have to curtsy to it.
Do you know, for somebody for whom I've had such the most profound respect for so many times, that is the biggest load of dribble I've ever heard in my life.
True. I do not want to be a subject. I want to be a citizen.
But just a minute. I think at that 5 days after the general election, up to when the coalition took power, I think the fact that subliminally and somewhere the nation knew that there was someone above it all
who
was really
in charge.
Oh, please.
No, we could.
Politician?
Wouldn't be Yasmin Alibhai-Brown.
I can give you names. Joanna Lumley, David Attenborough.
But
why not? Why not?
I travel the world for British business, and I can tell you, the British business round the world, the brand Britain, which is the umbrella under which so much success.
Prince
the
Charles,
Queen
please
does
don't tell
an
me.
Incredible job for that.
Is that overrated a little bit these days? That sort of it's not.
I wish we still had a Royal Yacht Britannia, for instance, because all over the world you would not believe. You don't do it. I do it for a living, and wherever you go,
I travel as a journalist.
It is so important.
I hear the opposite. I think the Queen has done a sterling job,
from the people who
and you know, she carries on. But after that, we have to outgrow this. This is like a dummy for a child.
No way.
We need to outgrow this.
Why do you say this dependency issue? Why do you think that is? She's a head of state. Everyone knows she doesn't have any power in that real sense politically.
She does have quite a lot of power.
Isn't she just then something that's part of the tradition and part of to be proud of?
I think give them a nice palace. They can live there. We can bring them out for the Americans, and we can have the little flag waving. But the cost
that's the least important thing.
Or sell them to the Americans. They love them.
Hang on, Digby. Let Yasmin finish her point.
I just think that for a democracy, the idea of inherited respect, inherited power, is just a travesty. These people are born into this position. I'm now supposed to curtsy to the Duchess of Cornwall with her very dodgy past. They even had her at the Orange Prize, and I thought,
but why would politicians
going to put you in prison if you don't curtsy to the Duchess of Cornwall?
They would have. Did you know?
No one is.
Until
we live in a free society, which she symbolises.
Until 2003, when the law lords changed it, potentially, if you criticise the royal family, you could be transported to Australia.
You and I know that.
Digby, can I just come to one issue?
It was on the books.
One issue of cost. I mean, in 2 years' time, when the Queen's reserves have pretty well run out, it's going to come back to the taxpayer to pay for it. Is it really now acceptable for us, the taxpayers, to have to fund her once the reserves have gone, even if it's very briefly?
Yes, I think the achievable aim would be the value for money argument. And if you win the value for money argument in 2 years' time, the answer is definitely yes.
I'm going to have to stop it there.
On television.
OK, well, that's it. I've got to stop. They're not going to agree. Thanks to Digby Jones and Yasmin Alibhai-Brown and all our guests today.
Yes, Joe will be back.